Good morning students, this is a particular topic sound from CBSE just I am taking. It is also equivalent or to ICSE also and Olympiad also. On this case sound one of the most important parts in physics. I am Sudarshan Dev. Let's start. Now first, sound is a form of energy which produces sensation of hearing in our ears. What does it produce? Sensation of hearing in our ears. Means what? The hearing sensation it is producing. That was the part is hearing sensation. Hearing in our ears, sensation of hearing in our ears. Whatever our ears are hearing, whatever it may be, उसका सेंसेशन है वो ये सब जो प्रोड्यूस होता है, वो जो एनर्जी है जो सेंसेशन प्रोड्यूस करती है उसे साउंड कहते हैं. दिस इज द कंसेप्ट. Just remember source of sound and its propagation. Now next part goes with sound. What is the source of sound? कहाँ से sound produce होता है ये? Source of vibration of motion of an object is source of sound. यानी जब object vibrate होती है, vibration of motion takes place in the object, then normally sound is produced. That is why it is called as source of sound. Next, how it is propagated. So before propagation we have to know the characteristics of medium. Sound कैसे produce हो, कहाँ से propagate हो जाती है, ये हम देखने वाले. This is a part. Medium must be elastic so that the medium particles have a tendency to return back to their original position after displacement. This is very important. Medium should be elastic. Elastic should, you know the difference between plastic and elastic. This is what part is. Now second part goes with medium must have inertia. You know law of inertia you have studied. No, medium के पास inertia चाहिए. It should remain at the state of rest as it is. That is the concept of inertia. Every body remains at its state of rest unless and until it is affected or unless and until it is acted upon by an external unbalanced force. This concept of inertia is also applicable over here in case of medium. So particles have capacity to store the energy. Energy store होनी चाहिए उनके पास. The frictional resistance should be negligible. अगर फ्रिक्शन ज़्यादा होगा तो साउंड धीरे हमें अच्छी तरह से सुनाई नहीं देगा. So frictional resistance जो propagation के हिसाब से है, that frictional resistance of medium should be negligible. It should be very less, so that sound can pass easily. Now what are different types of waves basically? A mechanical wave is a periodic disturbance which requires material medium. Now types of waves basically what are a mechanical wave. There are two types, transverse waves and longitudinal waves. Many times it is pronounced as longitudinal also wave. Now mechanical wave is a periodic disturbance. ये क्या होता है? Periodic disturbance होता है in which material medium for propagation, उसके लिए कुछ ना कुछ तो material चाहिए जहाँ से वो propagate. It should propagate. There should be medium which should materialistic. स्पेस में मैकेनिकल वेव्स भी के लिए प्रॉब्लम आ जाएगी, लेकिन यहाँ पे सब अगर मटेरियल होगा तो मैकेनिकल वेव्स प्रोड्यूस होते हैं. उसमें अब मैकेनिकल वेव्स में जो इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव्स है उसके लिए प्रोपगेशन कहीं भी वो कर सकते हैं, लेकिन फॉर बेसिकली और ट्रांसवर्स एंड लॉन्गिट्यूडिनल वेव्स मटेरियल मीडियम इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर दिस प्रोपगेशन. लेट्स स्टार्ट विथ ए classified transverse waves. Transverse wave, what is the part when particles of medium vibrate in direction perpendicular to the propagation wave? Wave is known as transverse wave. In this one, mediums vibrate in direction perpendicular to the direction of propagation of wave. For example, waves produced in a straight stream. In longitudinal waves, what happens when particle of medium vibrate along direction of propagation wave? Then wave is known as longitudinal wave. Just remember direction of propagation of wave. तो particle of medium how that should vibrate at direction of propagation of wave. जहाँ से wave जा रही है उसी direction में उनको vibrate होना है. और example sound wave. That is why we are learning in sound. Sound wave is nothing but a longitudinal wave. Now this electromagnetic wave, while classifying I have not written this particularly, but here I am taking just for understanding purpose or just for reference purpose. We will learn it in later on. These are total different types of waves. Now waves which do not require any material of medium. Now what happens in this case? Basically electromagnetic waves, they do not require any material medium. उसको कोई material medium की जरूरत नहीं. Space में भी, vacuum में भी, कहीं भी pass हो सकती है. For example, light waves. Sunlight you can travel. It travel directly in space everywhere. So we can consider sunlight. Similarly, X-rays. These are the examples which are electromagnetic waves. What are its characteristics? First characteristic, number of vibrations per second is called frequency. Number of vibrations per second. Unit is hertz. Amplitude, maximum displacement of each particle from its mean position is called as amplitude. SI unit of amplitude is meter. Now time taken to complete one vibration is called as time period. Now here also frequency, it is inversely inverse of time period, 1 upon t. V is 1 upon t, that is 1 upon time period. Inverse of time period is nothing but a frequency. You have learned this maximum displacement of each particle. whatever in mean position, it is called as amplitude. So frequency, amplitude and time period, these are three characteristics of a sound wave. Now we are continuing with its now wavelength, distance between two nearest crest or trough. We have last time we have seen crest of troughs of a wave. इसकी जो crest of troughs रहती है, in that case it is called as wavelength of sound. And velocity, next part क्या है, distance between travel by the wave in 1 second. एक second में जो distance travel होगा उसको हम क्या कहेंगे, that is called as velocity or speed of wave. Now it is meter per second, that is meter per second, ms raised to -1, that is ऐसा unit of velocity. Regularly जो हम velocity को use करते वही है, सिर्फ यहाँ sound हम पढ़ रहे हैं जिसकी velocity है. ये थोड़े speed में मैं जा रहा हूँ because these are the concept you have learnt actually, but they are applicable to sound wave also. Now pitch, this is a new concept related to sound only. Pitch is a sensation, that is brain interpretation of frequency of emitted sound and is characteristic distinguish shrill or sharp sound from grave or flat sound. पिच ये क्या है, ये ऐसा कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है जो हमारा ब्रेन इंटरप्रेट करता है. हमें समझ में आता है कि इसका साउंड ज़्यादा है, इसका साउंड मोटा है, इसका साउंड छोटा है. हर एक का जो साउंड इमिशन है वो डिफरेंट है. इसका साउंड बहुत अच्छा है, कोई गाना गा रहा है उसका अच्छे उसका साउंड भी अच्छा रहता है, कोई रफली बोल रहा है उसका साउंड अलग रहता है. जैसे हम बताते हैं ना, हम जैसे अमिताभ बच्चन वगैरह उनका साउंड रहता है, उसकी वॉइस क्वालिटी वो टोटली डिफरेंट रहती है. अमरीश पुरी जी की जो विलन जैसी आवाज़ आती है वो डिफरेंट रहती है. ये सेंसेशन हमारा ब्रेन इंटरप्रेट करता है, लेकिन किसकी वजह से होता है ये कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है. Sharp sound, grave or flat sound. This is the sensation. Now this sensation is related called as pitch. This is what? Pitch. This is called as pitch, which is most important characteristics of sound. Loudness. Loudness का measure of sound energy reaching ear per second. Measure of sound energy. हमारे ear तक sound एक second में कितनी energy pass होती है? That is called as loudness. यानी sound बड़ा हो गया. बड़ा हो गया मतलब क्या होगा? Sound energy बढ़ गई हमारे per second. More sound energy reaching, छोटा हो गया यानी साउंड एनर्जी इज रीचिंग लेस पर सेकंड. इज नथिंग बट ये मेजर है, इसे हम क्या कहते हैं, लाउडनेस, कितना लाउड साउंड है. नॉर्मली डेसिबल्स में से मेजर करते हैं, वी लर्न इट आफ्टरवर्ड्स. व्हेन साउंड वेव स्ट्राइक सरफेस, नाउ रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ साउंड, व्हाट इज पार्ट, साउंड से दे रिटर्न टू बैक टू सेम मीडियम, दिस के नाम है रिफ्लेक्शन. सेम रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ लाइट, सिमिलरली इट इज सेम रिलेटेड टू साउंड आल्सो, रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ साउंड आल्सो. इट इज रिफ्लेक्टिंग, साउंड सरफेस से स्ट्राइक करता है, रिटर्न बैक टू सेम मीडियम. Now laws of reflection. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Just remember laws of reflection for sound and light, they are same. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection and I is equal to R. Incident wave, reflected wave, normal line same plane. Incident wave, reflected wave line opposite side of normal. Opposites of normal, they lie in same plane and angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. These are common, whatever common laws of reflection for sound and light also. What we have learned before also, same are there for sound also. Thank you.